So the first card you have for your past is the King of Swords. So yes, this is about getting clarity. I'm seeing you could have been coming to a realization about something, getting clarity about something. Yeah, I'm actually seeing someone who you could have been involved with. Maybe you are still involved with this person. This is a romantic involvement. But I'm also seeing some kind of, it might be some kind of blurring between love and friendship. So maybe you were going backwards and forwards with this person a few times, but then I'm seeing it probably did settle into some kind of a relationship. There also might have been some anger or upset between you and this person, but I am seeing that this person could have, this person could have misunderstood your situation, misunderstood you quite a lot. I'm getting this feeling of being quite misunderstood, somebody not understanding you. I'm seeing you might have been saying something like, or thinking something like, they just don't understand how hard it is for me. So maybe they just didn't take what you were going through very seriously, or as seriously as they should have. Or you just felt that you were going through a lot of problems, you're going through quite serious things, and they just weren't really understanding you or appreciating what you were going through, that kind of thing. And this was really difficult, and you just didn't have that support coming from them. The other thing I'm seeing is fresh starts. I'm seeing fresh starts in this card. I'm seeing there could also be a lot of unhappiness around your work situation. And, you were definitely taking some steps toward changing this. Only small steps, though, at this stage I'm seeing. Maybe you were just kind of, researching other options, looking at different things, just thinking about things at this time. There are butterflies behind this king's head, and butterflies represent transformation. So you were looking at things, you were thinking about changing, how you could transform, and in both areas, in love and as well as your career. But you were just thinking at this time, you weren't actually doing anything, because I'm seeing there is a lot of love, or there was at this time in your love situation, so you didn't want to kind of just walk off. And the same with your work. You kind of thought, well, I'm settled here, I'm not happy, there are some few things I'd like to change. So you're just thinking about it at this time. You're just thinking in these two areas. So the next card you have of your past is, the Five of Pentacles, yes. So yes, you're feeling really misunderstood. I'm seeing that again, really misunderstood by this person, by this partner. And they just weren't understanding a lot of areas in your life and what they were actually like. They weren't understanding the realities of your life. And, I'm just seeing that, when you first met this person, maybe they had a fun kind of happy-go-lucky quality to them, and you loved this about them. Maybe you were with someone before them who was quite kind of down and serious, and then this person came into your life, and it was like they were like a refreshing breath of fresh air or something like that. So yes, this person loves fun, they love being fun, and they're funny and all of that kind of thing. And you are too, you like that too. You're not serious either. I mean, you're Sagittarius. But maybe this isn't the best person to have around you when you're in a crisis or when something serious is going on. They're not really able to offer you, they weren't at this time, they weren't able to offer you a good amount of support or the right amount of support. I'm seeing that maybe they're only offering maybe just a superficial level of support, if that makes sense. They weren't supporting you on a deeper level. They might have been, I'm seeing things like, okay, so this isn't, I'm not saying that this is exactly what they were saying, but I'm seeing that, an idea of superficial support might be saying something like, oh, everything's going to be all right. Everything's fine. And, that's quite empty. That's like an empty statement. What does it actually mean? Everything's fine. Well, it doesn't actually relate to anything, doesn't show any depth. It's kind of a bit meaningless, really. It doesn't say that the person really understands anything, or that they're going to help, or that they're going to offer anything helpful. Now, some people can't offer help. Some situations are so difficult that they can't. But at least this person could have kind of shown some understanding. It's very hollow. It's like, everything's okay, everything will be okay. And it's like, well, that's not really helpful, or it doesn't show that you're understanding what I'm going through. So that's what I'm getting that you're feeling from this person. Not that they actually said those words, but it was like, they weren't really understanding you properly, and they weren't really understanding the depth or the gravity of whatever this situation was you were going through. Because I am seeing this could have been quite a serious thing that you were going through, or that you were feeling, and they weren't really appreciating that. So the last card you have, your past, is the Ten of Wands. So yes, obviously, this is the card of burdens. So I keep on getting this feeling of being misunderstood. I'm seeing that again. And, again, I'm seeing that you wanted this person to really understand you, really understand what you were going through. And, I'm seeing that you probably tried to explain this to them, maybe even more than once, maybe even several times. You're trying to explain how you're feeling to them. And I'm seeing this really big effort of you trying to explain, trying to get through to them. And there were times where you thought, oh, finally, I've gotten through to this person. And yes, they've understood me. They understand what I'm going through. And then later on, they'd say something or they'd do something. And that showed the opposite, that they didn't really understand anything at all. And so it was like you were going, one step forward and two steps back with them. And it was this great, big, huge effort to try to get them to understand. And then they still didn't understand. So this was really stressful, and this was a great big burden on you, and it was really bothering you. Of course it was. So the first card you have, your present, is the Page of Cups. So yes, the Page of Cups can be about fun times, happy times, silly times. It can also mean sensitivity. A lot of someone who's very, very sensitive. And I'm seeing that, you can be quite sensitive. You can take things to heart quite a lot. Now, Sagittarius, quite often people see you as a bit fun, a bit jokey, all of that kind of thing. But you do have a very, very sensitive side that a lot of people don't see, an extremely sensitive side. And, yes, you take things to heart. And at this time, maybe you could be wondering, worrying about whether you're being oversensitive around this person, or whether you're expecting too much of them, whether you're expecting them to be too sensitive toward you. I'm not saying that you are. I think that that's absolutely understandable, that you'd want your partner, the person who's supposed to love you, to really understand you. Or if they can't understand you, at least try to understand you, or at least make an effort to try to understand you. At least then, even if they didn't, if they were making an effort, you could see that they were making an effort, that would go some way towards you feeling as if you really had them on your side. But, what I'm seeing is, yes, you have a fun side to you as well. That's what I was seeing. But, you have a sensitive side as well. And, this was a very important issue for you. So, of course, you're feeling sensitive. Of course, you're upset about whatever this was. And what I'm seeing is that it started off as being this issue that you're upset with. And then when you realized you didn't have this person's support, or you didn't have their real support, it kind of went beyond the issue. And that's how you're feeling right now. You're thinking about this. You're thinking, this is going beyond this issue. It's becoming less and less about the thing. And it's becoming more and more about how you're feeling misunderstood by your partner. So I'm seeing that, you're in your head a lot at this time, and you're in two minds about this person. Now, I'm seeing that you do love them. Again, you don't want to just get up and walk off. You do really care for them. So that's why it's really not easy. It's really difficult for you at this time, because you've got the burden of the problem, you've got the burden of them not understanding you, and you've got the other burden of you really caring for them and not quite knowing what to do about this. So yes, the next card you have for your present is the Knight of Swords. Yes, I'm seeing big changes or changes, great big changes in your workplace or around work or something like that. Yes, now this could be why, or maybe it isn't, but I was seeing this work dissatisfaction already in the King of Swords. But I mean, now there could be changes. There might be changes in management, or there might be changes in this work systems. There might be management changing, making big changes in the company, or changes in the workplace or something like that. And I'm seeing that, yes, you don't agree with these changes, you don't agree with a lot of these changes, but you know, what can you do about it if you're working and you know management want to change them? You can't change things, you can't really do a lot about that. And yes, this knight is, if you look at this knight, he's determined to charge forward. He looks like he's in control of things. He's rushing forward to do whatever he needs to do. But the horse isn't in control. The horse isn't in charge of things. So you could be feeling a bit like the horse in this card, and you know, you're being forced into things that you're not happy with or you don't agree with. And as I was seeing in the King of Swords, you know, you're already looking into maybe changing your job or career, or you were just thinking about that at this time. So now at this time, now that these big changes are coming along, this could be a sign. This could be a sign telling you that, you know, it's time to step up this search and really do something real about this, really do something concrete about this. Because I am seeing that there are some really good opportunities around you. Some really transforming opportunities. That's what I was seeing in the King of Swords with these butterflies. You just need to kind of step up your search and really start to get serious about this. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your present is the Two of Pentacles. So yes, look at this. This is a system. These are two cogs going around in a wheel, and you're kind of going round and around, and you can't do anything about it. You're kind of spinning around out of control. So, and also, you know, this is about juggling. So you might be juggling, you might be dealing with a lot more work than you were dealing with before when these changes came about. You might even be doing the work of two people, or you might, this might happen to you at some time in the near future, because I'm seeing that, you know, they might be letting go of people, or it might be the people are leaving because of this terrible change and nobody likes it, and then they might not employ new people. You might be left to do two people's work with these Two Pentacles. So yes, this man's juggling things, he's trying to hold everything together, and he's afraid of dropping things. That's what I'm seeing. But also I'm seeing this man is staring at these coins. He's concentrating. He's afraid he's going to drop these coins. So if this resonates, don't be like this man, staring at the work you have to do, staring at your job. Look up, look outside of your job, see these opportunities outside of this, because they are there. You're just not looking at them at this time. You need to really start stepping up and looking for these opportunities. Now, I'm not saying don't concentrate on your work and do a bad job and whatever. Of course, do what you need to do your work, do all of that. But really step up your search outside of this. Really start looking, really start thinking about what's out there. There are some things out there, but you need to lift your head up and not look at your coins like this man. Lift your head up and see what's out there. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your future is the Three of Swords. Yes. Yes, nobody likes seeing this card. I don't mean this to be negative. This is just what's here. So yeah, if you look at this heart in this card, it's up in the sky, it's up in the clouds, and it's up in the rain. But if you look at the swords in this card, they're actually pointing downwards. They're pointing down toward the earth. So you could be coming to the realization at this time that, you know, you need to feel more grounded. You need to point yourself toward the earth. You need a love life or a partner who is more stable, who's going to be there for you in good times and in bad times. And that's what it's all about when you have a partner. Otherwise, why have one? So yeah, I am seeing a lot of love here. This is very difficult. This is like a heart versus head situation. You love this person, but you really need someone around you who you're going to be able to rely on. There are many ups and downs in life, and you need someone who's going to be totally with you and who actually understands, or at least tries to understand, what you're going through when you're going through bad times. So, you know, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. This is up to you. But you know what I'm trying to say here. I am seeing some big decisions that you're going to have to make around this person. And yes, again, I'm seeing that you have tried. You've tried very hard with them. You've tried to speak to them maybe several times. I could see that in the Ten of Wands. You have tried. So you've got some big decisions to make around this person. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your future is the Six of Pentacles. So yes, this is probably only going to resonate with a few people because this is very specific and there is a lot of negativity here, and I'm sorry about that. This is just how it is. I really hope a lot of it doesn't resonate with a lot of people, but here it is. So this card's about imbalance. So there's still a lot of imbalance and unease in both of these areas of your life, these two areas, this workplace and your love life. So it might be a bit much for you to try and tackle everything all at the same time. It's just overwhelming. I can see that it's going to be overwhelming to you. So again, if this resonates, just start with one small step in one area, because I am seeing that things are spilling out from one area and stressing the other area, and vice versa as well. It's kind of both things are kind of spilling out into the other areas. So all you can do really is to try and tackle one thing at a time, one step at a time. Just focus on one tiny step so that you're not looking at this great big mountain and thinking, I could never do that. I'm just going to not do anything. Don't be like that. Find one step and start. Research your job, a new thing. Look at what opportunities are there. Think about what you could do. Just one step at a time. That's what I'm seeing there. The last card you have, your future, is the Two of Wands. So yes, two areas in your life that need attention. And also the other thing I'm seeing in this card is opportunities that are out in front of you. You have the whole world out in front of you, but it's going to be difficult for you to see this until you actually manage to clear up a lot of the stress and a lot of the mess that I'm seeing in your life. I don't mean to be rude saying mess, I'm sorry about that. So you do have a lot to clear up, that's what I'm seeing. And you're going to do this one step at a time. And as you do this one piece at a time, you're going to start to see the opportunities in front of you, but you're not going to be able to do that until you've cleared things up. But look forward to this, look at this, see the opportunities, think to yourself, I do have a future, I do have the world in front of me, I have opportunities in front of me. All I need to do is make a start somewhere, try to clear this up, and then as I go through these steps of clearing things up, I will start to see these things in front of me. That's what I'm seeing.